It happened when I was at work. It was a Sunday, and it was close to 7 o'clock. And for some reason, I just took my camera to the parking garage roof and started filming what you see here, which are two remote-type objects sort of dancing around. And in a little while, you'll see another craft come along underneath. It's a little larger, and it's very stable, and this guy's steadily heading north. These two, which are dancing around, seem to interact with it, and then it goes on its way. A few minutes later, another craft comes along the base part of the mountain, and in between that, an aeroplane going in to land at McCarran Airport goes past, so you get a good idea of the size and the distance. And then these two objects again interact with this large craft, and as you'll see towards the end of the tape here, I follow it around to see where the craft went to, and it's totally out of sight. It's vanished.
You recognize both these?
No, not really. No. It was just close to dusk. They were just lights in the sky. It's slightly delta-shaped, I think, the objects are. That's how they appear anyway, when I zoom in.
Obviously, the Lazar UFOs were just the tip of an iceberg. A black world, as fantastic as a fairy tale country or a faraway planet. Yet, committed researchers try to trace down the last mystery of these super-secret test flights.
At the top of the mountain, and this is where you get this spectacular view of virtually the entire base. You can see this particular video was taken at night, so because of the fact that we were very afraid of being caught out there still during the day, because we weren't really sure whether or not we were over the military's border or not. At about 6 a.m. every morning, they were sending helicopters out, literally chasing us around if we were anywhere near their border. And the evening times, they would send out the security vehicles, the Bronco security vehicles, who would do everything from take down our license plate numbers to actually go through our cars to looking for us in the desert, thinking that we were actually stepping across their border. This videotape comes from our efforts, literally risking our lives at that time to be able to get a good view inside this, probably one of the most top-secret facilities the United States has above ground. Specifically what you're looking at is you're looking at Area 51 at night, taken in the taken at around dusk. You're also looking at another section of the video which was work that looks like was going on the runway. Now, for some reason, the military was carrying out some kind of either construction operation at night. Now, there seems to be a huge halogen lamp that's illuminating part of the field, in which you'll see smaller lights, which are trucks and jeeps basically coming and going from this light. You'll see on the film what we thought originally was a ship actually coming on and testing and moving around on the floor of the valley. It didn't really move that much at night, so that's why we concluded that it must have been some sort of halogen work lamp. You'll see for the first time the object which is called Old Faithful. Now, Old Faithful is called that because something appears in the sky over Area 51 at 4:50 a.m. virtually every Thursday morning. Now, many times this object is preceded by what in California have become known as skyquakes. There is a very large object which we've witnessed out there between 700 and 800 feet long, and this object literally comes in from space, traveling anywhere between Mach 10 and about Mach 18, flies over Catalina Island, over Southern California, and then lands at Area 51. This particular object that you're seeing, we theorize, is what's known as Project Senior Prom, which is underneath the Project Aurora banner, and that this object is in fact an unmanned 132 nuclear weapon carrying nuke platform that in essence orbits the planet to be able to rain down nuclear bombs on virtually any country at the push of a button. This object, as it's landing, you'll see it appear in the sky, very dramatic footage of the first time anything has ever been shot actually physically landing at 51. The object appears at exactly 4:50 a.m., comes down in a conventional flight pattern. Now, sometimes this object will shake back and forth violently, displaying all the characteristics of a, quote, conventional UFO, unquote. And on this particular occasion, it comes all the way down in a very straight line. you'll see a field around the outside of the object, and when it comes down between two safety lights, you'll see it actually physically land, and then when it comes past a second set of safety lights, the field around the ship actually blinks off, and then you can see that it is some sort of unusual dart-shaped aircraft, some sort of experimental aircraft, because it does have wheels on it, and it does appear to have a fuselage that comes up in a point with a light at the top and at the bottom, and then comes back at the bottom. So it is a very unusual ship, and this particular ship was, in fact, preceded by one of the famous Southern California skyquakes.